gas. I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance. Jump in the stands. No man, man. Oh, deal with the hands. Thought they could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best because I am. It's noted in keeping it low-key. I can carve for the D like a turkey. I run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of
Coach, they love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we are at M&T Bank Stadium down near the Inner Harbor of Baltimore. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Black 80! Ain't no such thing as a look. We take a win.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. And his first pass is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
21.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Here we go. 180!
Mike 3! Yeah.
21.
Mike 3! Combo! Watch the slats!
Mixon with a first down carry. He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 40.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
On first down, Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jeffrey Simmons just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Hey, gun. 21. Here we go.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Oh, he almost kicked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, of course, you want to find the end zone, but, you go on the road, you get 3 points. I think you take it.
Yeah, pretty good start to the day for him, don't you think? Right, you go out there, get the 3 points. Now, look, it's not going to silence this crowd, but it might take a little bit of steam out of them right off the top.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he powers his way up past the 30.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Here we go. Go to base. Tight up.
Now it's Jackson, and he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
21.
Watch QB drop.
I got you. Hey, Foxtrot.
3.
Hey, gun.
3. I got it. Switch.
65.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 2-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Check. Showing it.
Now Joe Mixon. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati 1st down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake. They've taken care of that early.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
65. Hey, alert!
Begin.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
53 is the mark. 3 balls. I got you. $65. Check 53. Stay with your man.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
And he's got this down to the 35. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson got his man complete over the middle. That's Lamb. And he'll go down at the 28. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Jackson will keep it. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration.
Right there. 54 Mike.
This time Jackson will throw it. That's complete to Slayton. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Watch the ship.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Go. Go. 54. Mike 54. Let's go. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Hey, defense. Go.
Here's Jackson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And obviously they want that run yardage, so they decline the penalty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Smart on their part. They finished off the play. But if you're going to jump, if you're going to commit a penalty, it's your job to finish off the play so you don't give up big gains like that.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. Mixon hit, and all the ball is out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Here we go. 180.
Strong right.
Hey, gun.
Mike 3.
12, fellas, here we go.
Hey.
Get hot.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Green brings it in. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down.
Here we go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
White.
Watch the curve.
Hey, seam 6. Get hot. I'm on. Get hot.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. In for the score. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And when the quarterback drops and has a guy that wide open in the end zone, his eyes have to get just as big as grapefruits.
Oh, without a doubt. And this is the easiest throw you're going to get, and you're going to get the benefit of a touchdown on top of it. Make that throw.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done.
And got his man complete. A big pickup of 38.
38 yards on the play. First down, Cincinnati.
Here we go.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Pretty nice work defensively there on the 1st down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. From the 38, Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lamb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
57, Mike.
Jackson on 1st down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. Darius Slayton, his first touchdown of the new season as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker now to add the point after. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
218, chop. 12.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week, he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. He's got his man here. It's Green. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go.
Garoppolo, 9 of 17 through the air.
I got this.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Green once again the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Here we go.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Flag. 11.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Letting one go deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Garoppolo again. Going for it all. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins got home that time.
Geno Atkins brought down back at the 14-yard line.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Jackson. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. There's a party now.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught at the 25. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 61 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
He's coming, double up.
Jackson from the shotgun. That is caught at the 7. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown as the Ravens push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 28-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. What do you need?
Watch the run. They're running it.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long.
Hey, 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 hey.
11.
Mike 3. Mike 3.
Hey, gun.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. This is taken at the 18. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
To throw is Jackson, going up top. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Now a handoff looking right. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. From the 38, Jackson.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. 27 yards there, a first down.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10.
Check 31, check 31. Yo, I got it. That's me.
Jackson. Flushed out right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys, let's go. Come on, capitalize on this one.
And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Here we go, here we go.
Get the ball.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
And attempted a deep ball there, and they didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. And a give this time to the tailback. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a third and long situation coming up.
It's now third down and
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Let's go, defense. Defense. Mike's 54.
Throwing is Jackson. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got the first down inside the 10. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second. And it's intercepted at the goal line. William Jackson with a pick. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 40. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get
under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Jackson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Check 24, check 24.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Oh.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson got a man. It's Brown. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 30.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Play action. Now Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side, and that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They go play action now. Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Darius Slayton with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as the Ravens push further out in front.
Touchdown, Ravens. Justin Tucker lining up for the extra.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Rip right.
The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Here we go.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Garoppolo. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it's 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Shit. 22, jet, cover. 22, jet, cover. Trump.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Darquez Denard there defensively. They're still throwing the football here. And obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Set, hut, 60 outlaw. Watch by 4. Watch the flood, watch the flood, watch the flood. Watch the flood.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A good effort there, 9 yards, but it's going to leave him looking at a 4th and 1.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Kill, kill, kill.
They run. It's Williams. So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive keeps moving. It's now 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Let's go. 15 on it, 15 on it. You don't know no better. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Go. Check 50. Pick the edge. Come.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. 3rd and goal, Jackson. The quick slant caught. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Tucker's kick is good. And that will extend their lead now up to 22. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th. And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it? This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say we'll get better as we go forward.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To throw again on second down, Garoppolo. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Good gain there on first down. It keeps him in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds and keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Ravens, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they will fall to a similar mark at 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.